Hey everybody, welcome back to Middle-earth and another episode of our 4th Age Total War North Rhun campaign. In this one we are finding ourselves somewhat northeast of the Sea of Rhun, which we can't quite see off in the distance over there. But we are attacking an army of Rhun, a relatively small one, and we'll see if they're going to stick around and wait it out. We're going to have, hopefully we're going to deal a lot of damage with our missile superiority here. We've got slingers, 2 units on each wing. We've got some skirmishers there, and we've got our own cav. And if these guys want to plow in after my missile troops, we've got a bunch of axe throwers here, and we've got light cav as well, who I think will do some nice damage to them. We've got also our own general here, and I just think, yeah, there he goes, routing immediately. Fantastic. I'm going to stay on him, see if we can kill that guy, and see what the rest of these units are going to do. It's a pretty straightforward little battle for us. We've got numbers over them. We've got just more units overall. Okay, it looks like he's going to probably get away. Very annoying there, but maybe we'll be able to circle around. Ah, they just heard the flee order. Okay, fair enough. Well, we'll just wait back here. They'll get off the battlefield. And that's okay. We did a decent amount of damage. Maybe he picked up some bad traits. Their general did. And they're going to have to go back somewhere. I'm not sure where they're going to retreat to, but it's possibly back to the settlement of the province that we're in, which is the one right north of the Sea of Rhun. I think it's Iath. No, it's not Iath in Raw. It's Yarhelkar. Lots of vowels in these names. But regardless, it's one that is right on the border of a lot of provinces with Dorwinion. And we may end up taking it in this episode. I'm not sure how that's going to go. We've got a few other armies of Rhun to contend with in the area, but it is slowing down, it has to be said. We've got a lot of men now arriving. We've captured a fair amount of territory just in the past episode or two. So we now own an unbroken arc of territory from Tham in the southeast all the way up through Thordram, through Gwaithring, over to the Iron Hills, over to Dale, and even beyond a little bit. So yeah, this lore here is going to move back. Where are you going to go? It's a very unusual path because they don't own this territory. I would have thought they'd go back this way. But his army is still somewhat intact. And what we were doing was, we've got another army coming down here, north of Laketown. I was going to drop a watchtower here in the next turn. And then we were going to move him down, probably deal with this force and maybe what's left over of lore. And then with this army, let's see, we've also got a nice amount of forces right outside Tham. Let's take you and move you in this direction. We'll hit you. And, oh, it's frustrating. I don't want to trespass on Dorwinian's territory. Maybe it's a bit ridiculous to worry about such things, but I'd rather not accelerate the war. Just keeping an eye out. Let's get a little closer here to see what they've got in the settlement. Okay, they've got a nobleman here, Thand of the Tribe of the Bloody Sword, and some axemen and typical units. You can't tell what military development they've got here, but it's probably not great. It's a minor province, so I think that means they're going to be locked into Tier 2 until they upgrade this further. So that makes sense given what we're seeing. Now we could, if we wanted to be sneaky, build a boat, get right over here, and we wouldn't have to go through the trees to get to this settlement, but again, I'm not in a huge rush here. So we are trying in this episode to get our economy back on track if that's at all possible. But let's do one more battle here before we click end turn, because, oh, that's right, I was thinking about leaving this because there's a ton of cav and they could do a lot of damage to my missile troops. All right, we'll just we'll withdraw from that. We'll hold back. We're building some wains. That's what we're doing. 2 more turns. We'll have wains. We'll have more cav. And we'll be able to do some real damage to them. Okay. Well, because we're waiting, let's get right back to Tham. So these units will show up as reinforcements on the battlefield for us. Okay, we lost an emissary in the Withered Heath. Okay, he was just near the Dwarven territory. There wasn't a real purpose for him to be up there other than to give land to the dwarves in the event that we wanted to do that. And so I think I'll make another one just so we can, if I can try to remember, we'll send him up there for the same purpose. Okay. We are still losing money, and we will want to, you know, pay some attention to that. Let's get down here, and yeah, we're gonna spend more. I know I just said we're losing it. The nice thing now, and I am a little obsessively trying to avoid Dorwinian's territory. The nice thing is we're not going to be losing supply trades here. We're on friendly territory, right? So we are still well supplied. So we own all of this. We don't have to be so so cautious about our movement points. Okay. Send the spy through. Yep, there's that little army there. Alright, I might trespass a little bit. I just don't want to deal with fighting that tiny little army. It's just the time. I don't want to go into the battle map and deal with a single skirmisher unit. We'll just get around here to ER Helkar. Maybe that annoyed the Dorwinian faction. And they do have an army that looks like it's pointed northeast, roughly in our direction. But that's what this army's for. It's not a great army, but we've got some better stuff over here. And I guess now we should think about, you know, what do we plan to do with these guys? Let's go ahead and merge a little bit. Okay, that's a bit better. 2 more seasons, we'll have Homeland Dominion, so we're very close to retraining, being able to retrain these Mountain Warband. These are a native unit for us, and this is our homeland again. But some of these units we can just merge. And Gwaithring, actually, we should probably build something. I know we're just losing money, but I think we do need to keep up the building. I think we have to do this. 3,000 is a lot for, you know, something that's only going to give us very basic troops. But it's so close to Fornhood that we're probably going to need to be able to get some support there. Okay. Yep, waiting one more turn for the Waynes to finish. Oh, that's right. Shoot. Alright, how about this? I'm going to move you. I'm going to halt you right there, and hopefully you'll go into ambush mode. Yeah. That's so annoying. They besiege the city just as my Waynes get trained. That's okay. They'll show up as reinforcements, I guess. Yep, there they are. Alright, well, this is the cav that I was training. So we can bring them down. And I think I would rather swap out one unit of these slingers. I just don't think they're going to be necessary in this battle. But I can put them down here. They'll show up as reinforcements. Okay, this is all going to be a little weird. I think they're going to show up as independent forces, and we are going to pull in this Lieutenant Worgan. I think we can do it, though. Their forces are pretty light. There is a lot of cav, so we'll have to be careful. But we've got a lot of missiles, and we can theoretically do a lot of damage, and if we get an open battlefield... okay. It's not as open as I would like. There's the city off in the distance to the right. Yeah, it could be worse. Could be worse. There's a lot of trees, but it could be worse. Alright, so first thing we want to group all of them up, get them together. And I think we'll do, like... 3 of them on the right, 2 of them on the left. We'll keep the skirmishers up in the middle. And the archers kind of back behind the main line. Okay, you guys are firing at will. I want to get the Variags in the back. Yeah, honestly, I think some of these spearmen are going to be better on the sides. Okay, so we've got, you know, a decent amount of cav. I think I'll keep it like this.
New warriors have arrived on the field. Send them to kill the enemy.
Now, the thing about this is they have not really arrived on the field. They will arrive if we lose men. But because none of those armies are commanded by a general, like a family member, they are not going to actually show up independently, which is good. I particularly do not want this army, which is got a Wayne unit, to have the AI telling it what to do, because that is a nightmare. What we do have is the enemy reinforcements, but because we've got a full stack here, the other units that we've got showing up are only going to pop up when we make space for them, kind of like how it worked in Medieval 1. If those were led with a family member, they would be showing up right now, and they would be under AI control. It's a mixed blessing, right? Because you got more men in the field, but they are dumber. Okay, so trees, I mean, I feel like I'm a little spread out here. But trees are also not great for them because they've got this cav. They do have a decent amount of axemen. Okay, I think the facing here is about right. Alright, they're milling about, deciding what to do. It looks like they're getting up the courage to get up to the crest of the hill here. I don't know that I want to do that yet. If we're firing and getting any kills at all, I think I want to take them. But I want to pay special attention to what the cavalry's doing, because they get like 6 or 8 units. So this could be bad for us. But I think we're at a point now where we've got a lot of men in the region that we could pull down here if we really needed to. Yeah, this is actually kind of a good army for them. Pretty cav heavy. And if they use it aggressively, this could be good for them. Okay, so we've got some cav moving over to the left, but it looks like most of it's going over to my right. So I think we'll do that. We'll get you guys moved over there. We're going to take it slow. What is all this? What are all these deaths? Why are we taking so many losses here? I guess they do have some archers, but I wouldn't have thought they would have done that much damage. That's like, it looks like a lot of little guys here on the ground. But on the other hand, look at this. We have done a decent amount of damage to their axemen. That's good. Oh, okay. Yep. And here's their reinforcing army. We didn't take a look at this, but it, you know, it's the same. It's the same stuff. And they've got a warband general. So, you know, that could be fine. We can deal with that, I think. Don't want to underestimate the old warband. Okay. I think now it might be time to move up a little bit. Alright, I didn't mean to have you behind. Maybe you're doing more damage than the enemy to my other slingers. We've got slingers behind slingers here. But let's leave it as it is right now. Okay. Alright, they are going to pull back, so we'll just wait. Get in some cheap kills as they rearrange themselves in front of our lines, and now we can war cry. Because we've used up all of the throwing axes. If they do want to attack, we'll be in a good position. But they're wavering over here. Okay, yeah. Routing. These guys will route too. But they've got a lot of men coming. Here's their reinforcing army. Gonna get to us on the right. Alright, I think I'll move the back line over to the right then. Alright, that's good. We basically eliminated 2 units, and functionally we've eliminated 3 or 4 just by how much damage we've done to them. And those are good units, you know, axemen. Alright, let's bring the cav over here again. We've got Barding militia levies. Alright, I think they'll be fine on the right there. The slingers on the far left are still doing stuff, so I'll leave them right there. Okay, what are you doing? Okay, they're pursuing my slingers. Good. We'll get ready for a fight over here. I imagine this unit's gonna rout pretty soon. Put you on guard mode here. I want the militia levies to stay where they are. And this is warband. They're steady. They're very tired. They're going to pursue my slingers. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw them in to melee. They're out of sling stones. Okay, we're getting a general attack here. Let's see if we can get in on the right. And we do need to watch this. Here comes a big charge. Okay, pull through. Take out the cav. Alright, let's go into this cavalry unit. And what do we have here? We've got skirmishers, slingers. Alright, good. Everything's going good so far. Our cavalry has built up a bit of momentum on the right. These Eastland Raiders are wavering. Looks like we're making some gains in the center. I think they've given the call to retreat, in fact. Alright, let's get the general in on it. Alright, turn around and hit this blob from the right. And I'll get my general in from the left. This is an Eastland Raider unit. Okay, great. Great, this whole group is routing. And then we've got some men here who are withdrawing. I think I'll just let them withdraw. I mean, we are following them with our axe hurlers, which is good. But I don't want to follow them with my cav too much. Okay, I think that went well. We did take some damage, of course, on our cavalry. But that could have been really bad. You saw how they bunched up their cav there, and the AI will do that. Every now and then they'll surprise you by using their units like in unison and getting them all lined up. Yeah, this kind of easy prey is fine to chase in a battle, especially once we've expended like almost all of our missiles, so we're not getting friendly fire. And they've already routed, and it's such a small unit anyways, so we can just follow them up. Okay, so again, this is not going to get us anything. It's going to get them off our back and allow our armies to reassemble. But it's not going to, it's not going to get us a settlement. It may buy us a little bit of time, but it's something we needed to do. So I'm glad to have that. Glad to have that behind us. Yeah, with this army out of the way, let's see where they go. Okay, they're going back to Fennis Rim. This is going to be a tough little area for us because they've got a lot of power concentrated around here. Erebos, in comparison, is very, very weak, but we're going to change that because, again, if we're going to go to war with Dorwinion, this will be useful as a buffer for us. Even though we are at war with Rhun, I'd rather be at war with them here and not have to face all of Dorwinian's wrath, right? I'd rather have Rhun, a very weak enemy, next to me than a very strong enemy. So that's the theory. They're also going to have a couple of settlements down here, unless Adunabar manages to kick them back, or Harad, what the heck? I guess you do see that sometimes, and Khand may do some stuff. We just don't know, but I imagine Khand is in trouble. Let's take a look, actually. What the heck is going on down here? Wow, okay. Yep, all right. Yeah, Harad, I would say Khand is in trouble, rather. Khand is very much in trouble. So what can we do about this? Well, probably nothing, because Harad is throwing its Legions of Doom, the Swords of Harad. You see lots of stacks of this tier 2 unit, which is a fantastic unit, or it's, let me put it this way, it's an extremely annoying unit to deal with, right? Like, it will take losses in battle, and it's very beatable. You get a cavalry charge into the front of that with any sort of decent Lancer cav, and it can rout them, you know, in the right conditions. And their morale is not fantastic, and, you know, they're a little squishy, but they have javelins, and there's a lot of them, so the AI loves to train them, and they can do a lot of damage. Now, I'd kind of like to see Khand turn into a horde here, and that may very well happen if Harad manages to take Muldin, but there are family members like this guy, Ulwarth the Hunter, outside the city. Then Khand is going to become a horde, and that'll give him, like, you know, 4 to 6 free stacks, and then they'll just go roaming wherever they're going to roam. Probably they'll be going over in this direction if that happens, which I guess it doesn't matter too much. You know, there would be a problem for Adunabar, which is my ally, but at this point I'm not too worried about all of that. So let's get these units together, because we took some more damage here. Let's see, we really don't need all of the slingers, right? This has become just very apparent to me that slingers are hard to deal with in too large of numbers. So I'll put you back there. We also don't need you. Probably don't need 38 barding militia levies anymore. What else? We can merge some of you, and you can go back for retraining. Yeah, the 7 chiefs men, not worth bringing out in a field battle. They might be somewhat useful in a siege. I think everything else is pretty good to have. So that leaves us 5 slots. So let's say 1, and we could take all of these guys, I guess. It's kind of a weird combo, and it may not work in terms of public order. Oh, it'll just work. Oh, we can retrain these guys already. Oh, that's right. Well, that's wonderful. Okay. So let's get some warband levies. Let's get some more of them, because they are cheap. There's a lot of them, and they'll be useful for public order. And now we've got a pretty formidable army here. Yeah, what do we do with this? I think we send this over here, right? We send it off in this direction, and we try to make ourselves a big enough threat that Rhun doesn't bother going after Tham yet again. So let's head over in this direction where we saw the army retreat to.
No more moves.
And we'll get, like, up here, and we'll cause trouble. And speaking of causing trouble, yes, we'll head through the woods. Let's bring... Okay, there's a big stack here. So they're going to come down and try to disrupt our plans, which makes a lot of sense. I'm going to come down here and try to deal with Lore before he goes over to Thordram to cause problems. Okay, we've got 2 spies. Both with networks, that's nice. Maybe I'll try to get you into Fornhood and get you down here. Alright, yes, and this is... Okay, there's now 1 war wain. Literally 1 wain. I don't even know what that's going to look like. It's going to be, I guess, just the driver and 4 horses and no warriors. So I would kind of love to see that on the battlefield. And we probably will at some point here. So let's go through the trees. Let's smack this army. Oh, they're going to stand and fight? How annoying. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take this slow. I'm gonna let them come to me because they may be able to hit me next turn. And if I'm gonna be fighting in some annoying trees, I'd rather do it on the defense. So that'll be the plan there. Okay, and just check the agents here. We've got a scout. Alright, everything there is looking good. Let's check before I lose track. Bjornings don't seem to be positioning themselves for trouble. And should we go ahead and now, like, invest? This is going to cost us 200 or 8,000. It's going to make us about 100. But it's going to cost us like half of our money. I don't know. I think I want to wait until we do some more smashing first. So one more season for Homeland Dominion to be finished. And Tham, let's go down to low taxes. Nothing we can build here except the major province. And then that'll allow us to get some higher tier industry things. But we don't have a governor here right now. You know, we won't for a couple of turns. Here we do have a governor, and he's the ruler. So we may as well, you know, keep him here because he's attuned. We'll get him, you know, getting us some discounts. All right. So I guess we will just wait. We've got two provinces that we're aiming for. This one here and this one. Okay, we lost a family member. That's Ulfast the Hunter. And, okay, we've got all of Hjorth. We'll keep him right here. He's going to get the settlement lordship pretty soon, and he's a competent governor. He's youthful. He's energetic. He's got all the good things. He's dubious, which is the first bad tier of Opinion of Liege. So it's the least bad option. But once he gets the lordship, becomes attuned, you know, a couple of turns, he should turn that up to supportive, I would think. All right, and we've got our Homeland Dominion. So now we're making money again. Beautiful. All right. I may want to hold off spending then, just to build up our finances a little bit. All right, and we may have an opportunity here. Let's see if we can exploit it. All right, so where is the family member? Okay, he moved back into Yarhelkar, I think. I don't think there's anybody else in there, but let's move around because you get all these little squares where there could be people hiding. All these little tiles with trees on them. Okay, I don't think there's anyone around. So we can come down here and hit this army, and the garrison will show up as reinforcements. And if we are lucky, we might be able to take the city this way. You know, again, this is really accelerating things more than I intended. But I can't say no to an opportunity like that. And by accelerating, I mean that we may end up with a war with Dorwinians sooner because we have so much of a border with them. And the AI, as I've said many times, seems to be very sensitive to those borders. So they will choose to go to war with you sooner, in my experience, I think, if you share lots of borders. And this is, why is this, right? So why is this so open compared to some of the other settlements that we've fought, or battle maps that we've fought on? This is, you would think this would be the most forested map ever, but anyway, this is actually going to be very nice, very refreshing for us. The garrison is going to show up probably back there to the left. Okay, more like that. And so we're going to play this slow. We're going to let the reinforcements arrive. We're just going to sit here. Because if we go ahead and attack this army right now and eliminate it, then those reinforcements are just going to go back to the city. And we're not going to get a chance to eliminate them and take it. So we'll wait. They're going to arrive. They're going to set up. Maybe they'll attack us from the flank, but typically what they seem to do is join up with each other and then just sit if they're on the defensive like this. Alright, looking at what we have, it's pretty light, pretty ranged heavy. But we do have 2 full units of cav, and I think that'll be enough to take out their general and their captain, which is what we have to do to get the city. And eliminate, you know, most, if not all, of the troops. What is this? Easterling archers. Oh, alright. Alright, well, let's start bringing our cav over then. Now, let's see what they do, because they may take a bunch of losses and then just decide to withdraw. Because we are wrecking those Eastland Raiders. Very, very vulnerable to missiles. Alright, so where are they going to go? Alright, I'd like to take out their archers. Get you off skirmish. I think their cav is... Okay, good. They're holding back. And they've got another archer unit, and then it's just axes. Just nothing but axes. You know, and their general. So we'll just sit. We'll sit and be stubborn. They are keeping their general pretty close to the army, which is good for them. I mean, it makes sense. And these archers are tough. I mean, our cav is not really strong, as we've seen. They can be very deadly, but they're not like, super strong. All right, where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, all right, this is not great. 15 men. We're gonna get a little caught here by the axes. All right, that's good. That's all we need to do. Get out. Oh my gosh, the full unit of axemen just routed. So that's the thing. These axe units, you know, when you get a morale shock like that, they can be very vulnerable, and I forget that. Okay, so they're gone. I think we got to catch these guys, which stinks because it's gonna be very bloody. But look at them trying to run back to the city. No, go over here. Don't get caught. Come on. Yeah, so we have to focus on... No, we have to get these guys too. Damn, okay. Alright, stay on the archers then. Damn. Okay. So we'll set up here. We'll just try to do repeated charges, and then hopefully we can delay them until our reinforcing infantry arrives. Alright, they're warmed up. We're winded. And look how fast they're moving. Alright, we gotta do it. And look at how stubborn those archers are being. 90, winning easily. Alright, we're gonna have to stay in like longer than I would usually. 81, man. Yeah, their archers are gonna do a lot of damage. And the axemen, quite frankly. Let's get the general out. Let's get you out. Alright, we've got those guys. We may not need to kill this general, necessarily. Alright, actually, this is good. They're moving in another direction. Alright. Alright, so what are you guys doing? I think we might be okay because we are down... Oh, we're so close. 73%. We might be good if we eliminate these guys. Even if they get away. Okay, I think we'll take out this general then. And what are we looking at now? 78. I think we need to get to 85% in order for the armies to totally flee. Alright, 83. Alright, so the 91%. That should be enough, in theory, for us to move in and take the city.
This is
So,
no longer a battle. This is a hunt.
yeah, let's just end the battle. There's not really anyone nearby. We lost more men there than I would have if we were fighting the battle just like normally, a field battle, because I wouldn't have taken those chances. But when you're doing this kind of thing and you're pulling out a garrison and trying to win a battle for a settlement on the offense like this, yeah, we did it. So if we got movement points, oh, we might not. Okay, see how it kind of looks like we maybe can but maybe can't get into the city. So here's what I'm going to do. This is for the entire army, right? That green is showing the movement points for the entire army. But if we click our general and have him do it, he's definitely got movement points. Okay, let's just kill everybody, get a bunch of money, and that worked. So, all right. Lower the taxes, and let's destroy some mustering fields. I should say that we also are making a little less in plunder by attacking over here than we would if we were fighting in Northman territory, right? Because a lot of these buildings we're keeping because they're doing good things for us. So we will get the Homeland Dominion out of the way. Actually, no, we need to destroy it. For a second I thought, well, maybe we can use this. No. See, notice the difference. It looks as though we could build, right? We could build the control posts, but it costs 6,000 Mirian and takes 10 seasons. We tried to sort of make this very obvious to the player that, like, yeah, we can't prevent you from building stuff if there's a Dominion building here, but it's going to be ridiculously expensive, so make your own. So we'll do that. And that gets us up over 20,000 again. It's a lot lower than I like to be in terms of cash, but I think it's okay. And are you going to be a governor? I don't think I'm going to use him as a governor at all. We will get an emissary just to stay there, but we're just going to build things up. Okay, and they're not doing too much down here. Let's see, what should we build? I'll go with another one of you. And Rakost is probably fine. And we've got a full army here. Okay. So what we may want to do at this point is switch out some of these units. And I'm wondering, do we want to start the war with Dorwinion while we're in a pretty strong position? We've got basically a full stack here. I mean, it's not really, but we've got enough that I think we could hold out against this army, especially if they assault, right? I don't know that I'd want to sally, but I think we could take them. And then this army, we've got like a full stack of good stuff, and we could just take Fornhood. This is like our old capital. It's a chief city. So this would be a very good prize. And it wouldn't even open us up to anything because we don't share a border with them anywhere else. And this, in fact, would make our borders a lot more sensible, wouldn't it? Because we wouldn't have to worry about defending Gwaithring and Thordram. We would just have to worry about this and this. And then we move over to take Garth, and then, right? So I think that might be the move. So with that in mind, then let's queue up a control post. So we've got the money for it, and let's get some of these expensive guys out of here, like you. And this is the king. He's a very good king, but I think I want to leave him as a governor rather than as a general, because this guy's a fine general. And we'll swap. We'll get some of these. Let's see, what's that? 4 units. All right, we've got room for one more, but realistically, we can get rid of these mountain raiders. All right, they can just go back there. And we really don't need the Hillman levies per se. So we could have the slingers. We've only got 1 unit of them. We could grab 2 more. And let's go with that. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Hillman Axe levies. We've got some Mountain Warband. We've got some of these Easterling Axe hurlers. We've got a decent amount of ranged stuff now. And we've got a full stack. So we can now move it in this direction. Okay, I think that's what I will do. We'll go up here. And because he lost his his trait that gave him a network, right, for being inside a settlement. He's no longer got 100% or whatever chance of getting in here. But that's okay. I think we're still going to go for it.
Yes. Move. Yes, master. Moving into position.
All right, and the third army, the third big army is the one down around Tham. So we want this guy to be in the plains. And so I'm a little concerned about going up through the woods here. There may be men in the trees as well. Let's see. We're a little low on agents, as it turns out. And I'm going to queue up another emissary here, because ours is getting old. And this guy parked right outside the city. Seems like he's ready to try to do some bribery. So I'll move up this way. Up this way. If we get ambushed, you know, honestly... okay. We're very close to being able to hit them. And maybe we could have had we gone up through the trees. But let's get ourselves like right here. We'll do an ambush, and we'll see if they respond to that. Okay, we ambush a host of the Chiefdom of Rhun. I mean, he knew nothing of the attack, and we'll have no time. Wow, okay. Oh my gosh, it worked fantastically well. Look, this is their big stack. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. They've got a lot of units I'd love to get rid of. All right. Awesome. I so rarely, like, pull off ambushes. I don't often try it. I guess I have to clarify. But it doesn't often work because the AI will sometimes pull back. They will, they'll catch you, right? They won't be strung out in a line like these guys are going to be. So yeah, we can't see them because it is an ambush, right? So it's very wooded. But here we can see some of them. So here's their captain, the Eastland Raiders here, and they've got their men laid out in this very awkward long marching column formation. And so that's what it's going to be like all the way down here. So I think what we want to do then is get like all of our slingers and archers and so on together, and we'll put them like kind of up here and just let them do what they're gonna do. We'll be on the uphill side, and we'll get our warband guys. Let's see, they've got some calves, so I may want to spread these out a little bit. Let's take like 2 units over here, and these 3 will bring up to like the head of the column, with the idea of rushing forward and maybe seeing if we can catch their general off guard. And here are the Waynes, and we will get to use them in this battle. Check it out. North Rhun Wayne. See, I love this because I love the Wayne as a unit, and this is that, but it's got green. So it's just like, you can just accessorize different color matches and stuff. It's fun. I like it. Khand gets another unit like this. If you are playing as Khand and you conquer into territories owned by Rhun at the beginning of the game, you can train your own retainer Waynes as the Chiefdom of Khand, which is actually very cool because they are an aggressive, like, anti-cav unit, which you can use in tandem extremely effectively with your horse archers, as you can imagine, or your all-cavalry army. For North Rhun, they're going to give us a bit of mobility, even though actually they are a very slow unit. So we're going to stay out of the trees with these guys, but we will keep them sort of near the enemy cavalry. I think that'll be the plan. And our own cavalry we're going to keep back here. Let's see, what else do we want to use? Okay, right, we've got our axemen. And I think what I'll do here is have them on the bottom end. And they're going to be, a lot of them are just going to be in the trees. We'll have you guys back here, and then we've got skirmishers that can be, let's see, I don't want them to get shot in the back by the slings, so we'll have them over here. I think that's everybody. So this is like, this is not a great army, which is possibly why they've decided to stay where they are. But let's get everything ready. And we're already firing all the way down the line, which is great news. Skirmishers are hiding. Let's pull them up a little bit. Let's get our guys over here. Let's get our horses moving out. Now, you do see these little rocks on the map. These are a problem for chariots, so they will be something we will need to watch for. Alright, and I am playing this, you know, a little cautiously because they do have a lot of men. So this may turn into an ambush disaster. Alright, let's do a war cry. That's very good. Oh, we killed him almost immediately. Great. Yeah, so we're going to have to watch out for those rocks. They can get us caught. And they're already routing over there. We've got no melee units near them. Let's just go ahead and pile in our warband. And let's just send our chariots near, because they have a fear effect. Oh yeah. Just getting near these units in an ambush scenario is going to throw them into a rout. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so we did have some of our warband I forgot about over here. That's great. Alright, there are a few hard cases left over here. Let's go ahead. We'll throw the warband over. Oh, that's great. They're all gone. It looks like there may be some archers over there. I'll take one of the cav units and we'll chase them down. Let's bring the Waynes over here. Oh, looks like the general came back. And yeah, that's it. Awesome. Alright, so our Waynes didn't really see any action here. I don't think we even threw any javelins. No, we did. We got a little bit of ammo thrown out there. But yeah, this is not the ideal situation for them, where there are some terrain obstacles, there's forests, and lots of infantry units, so we didn't really see a lot of good targets for our chariots. But that is something that we will be able to do in subsequent battles. So let's get some more cav, chase them down. I think, honestly, we probably don't need to at this point. But I can't remember if we saw the end battle screen or not, so we may as well just kill them. Very nice. We still have over 1,200 men, almost 1,300. We only lost 50 of our own. That's how you want an ambush to go, right? Oh, that's wonderful. And that should really open up the area around Fennis Rim, because that, I think, was their main force. So inside the city, they're going to have like a family member and a few other units, but not too much. All right, and they haven't moved up with any of these other forces at all. All right, I wonder if I can get you to retreat back towards the city. Nope. Okay. Well, how about this? Let's just put Fennis Rim under siege. We'll attack it. We'll get it surrounded. Oh. Oh. Well, okay then. We are going to have a chance to take this. So this was not an ambush for whatever reason. This is just a path blocked because there was an army standing right here. So we're going to be able to try for Fennis Rim in the next episode. Let's get ourselves positioned carefully so we can do that with maximum effectiveness. And what we're going to do is attack this army, and the garrison, just 2 units, is going to show up as reinforcements. That's probably going to be a family member and, like, I don't know, another cav unit or something. So I did see also a notification about Harad owning a faction. Is that right? Or Khand? Or maybe they went to war with somebody. Let's take a quick look at the overlordships. Dorwinion owns the Bjornings. We knew that already. Okay, it looks like there was a brief, maybe single turn period where Harad got an overlordship of Khand and then immediately broke it by attacking them again. So the AI does that, unfortunately. It's very annoying. But that's probably going to be either the end of Khand in a few turns or the emergence of a horde from the area. So it looks like the forces of Rhun are maybe heading back here to defend their their own territories rather than trying to take back what they've lost. That's fine. We'll head up here, and yeah, I think I'm going to start moving into Dorwinian's territory here. Let's see, let's just go for it. Let's go right for it. Right out into the middle of the territory and see what they do. They may turn around and try to stop us, maybe just go back to Fornhood and garrison up. But so far, we're not at war, but they may want to try something. But I think we're in a good position here because next episode, we're going to do this battle here. Oh, no, shoot. Okay. All right, maybe the next episode, it'll be a couple of battles in. But we're going to go for Fenrisrim, and I'm going to try to do it on the offensive like we saw here. So we'll wait for that. In the next episode, maybe we'll grab another settlement and have that much more secure position. We're up to, what, 11 provinces at this point? And we're going to be looking at 12 and 13. And then, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, right? So we're gonna work through this, but it should be fun. We're on the cusp of sort of ending one major conflict with Rhun, or at least getting it down to a very manageable state, and then opening up an entirely new one against an enemy that we have not fought yet. So I hope you join me for that. Until then, take care.